Yo, what is good? What people promise Neverland. Um, I feel like this show is just doing stuff at this point. Like I always say, the source material of the manga is not being used, so to have a story that seemingly people don't know where it's gonna go is pretty interesting, but at the same time, I always feel like there are some ideas that are still there, right? Because this whole situation at hand felt really rushed. Um, I had this idea in my head. I don't know why I'm yawning. I don't know why I'm yawning. I'm sorry. But I had this idea in my head that so messed up. I'm pretty much the guy inside who thought that he captured all of them, right? Like, he pretty much said, you can't do this without sacrifice. And he's right, like in the grand scheme of how I was thinking about it, you really couldn't do it without sacrifice because even right now, some of these demons probably died. Um, of course, Emma and everybody else didn't want the demons to die, but I feel like the guy with the spear isn't holding back all that much, right? Like, I feel like he's swinging for the fences. Um, but for some reason, it feels like everybody inside of here was just basic. Like there was nothing really special about them to even be holding anything but the farm over their head, So to know that they had one thing and they just kept riding with it kind of just showcases anybody could have been in the power and done what they're doing. So unfortunately, it comes off as kind of lackluster because they didn't even really put up a fight. Mind you, their best weapons they have are guns that seemingly humans created. So that's also not a really good sign for the future of their military might, right? Um, Regardless, they have such like big variants of the demons. You could just use those as your weapons, but it still leaves you in this primal state where all you're pretty much doing is being bigger and larger than your opponent and eating them, compared to humans who are making guns that can kill, and they're already capable of killing with bow and arrows. Okay, so now let's give these kids who have great archery guns and see how well it plays out for these demons, right? If they were on a killing spree. But I love the fact that Vincent kind of turned into being not what he was acting to be, right? Because Norman was right there. It just wouldn't have played good in my mind, knowing that he was up and was capable of having a full blown conversation, making a deal and all this stuff, with not any of the kids hearing, especially the two demons that are there or in the area, right? I don't know if they slept inside the temple with all everybody, but there's a lot of people around. And it didn't look like he went that far to do the talking, so really glad it didn't play out like that because I feel like it could have been pretty dumb in my opinion. But at the same time, having them get the women, all of the moms and grandmas on their side, was also kind of to me as well. It was just kind of like it was there. I mean, the episode was interesting because of the tense situation, the actual moment of breaking in and lying, and the hot air balloons. All that stuff was intense, but it doesn't mean I fully think it was the best episode of the season, let alone um, it felt like everything that was happening was just okay. We need a conclusion to it. Okay, now this is happening, but we need a conclusion to it. Okay, but this is happening also. Conclusion. Like it felt like anything that happened was solved. Everything that happened was solved. So regardless, I am looking forward to the end of it all. I want to see where things end up and just as a whole, I guess you can say. So, with all that being said, I hope y'all have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I'm your boy, the Anime G, and I will definitely talk to you in the next one. Peace.